If you've ever traded, you realize pretty quickly that a great idea is only half the battle. The other half, well, that's all about execution. So today, we're going to move way beyond just clicking buy and sell. We're going to dive into the essential tools that turn your strategy into precise, real-world market actions. So let me ask you something. Has this ever happened to you? You're watching a stock, you see a price you love, say $50 flat. You smash that buy button, and then you look at your confirmation, and you actually paid $50.15. Ugh, that frustrating little gap? That's called slippage. And understanding how to control it is the very first step to mastering your trades. All right, so our journey starts by pulling back the curtain on the most common, most basic order type out there, the one most platforms default to. And as you'll see, it has some pretty serious hidden trade-offs. This is the market order. Its one and only job is to get you into or out of a trade as fast as humanly possible. When you place a market order, you're basically yelling at the market, I don't care about the exact price, just get me in right now. Speed is everything. And here is the catch. This is the crucial trade-off. A market order guarantees your trade gets filled. No question about that. But it offers zero guarantee on the price you'll get. In a market that's moving fast, that best available price can literally change in the blink of an eye. And that's exactly how you end up paying more or selling for less than you wanted to. So, how do we fight back? How do we stop that slippage and actually take control of the price we pay? Well, let's bring in our first strategic tool. Meet the limit order. This is your tool for absolute precision. With a limit order, you are the one who sets the price. You're telling the market, look, I'm willing to buy, but only at this price or lower. Or, I'll sell, but only at this price or higher. Suddenly, you're in command. This little chart here just lays it all out perfectly. With a market order, your priority is speed. You're guaranteed to get your order filled, but the price is a bit of a gamble. With a limit order, your priority is price. You guarantee the price you'll get, but, and this is important, you're not guaranteed to get filled. If the market just never trades at your price, your order will just sit there. Okay, so now we know how to get into a trade with precision. But a great plan isn't just about your entry. It's about knowing exactly when you'll get out, both to cut a loss and to take a profit. It's time to build our defense. This is your shield, the stop loss. I would argue this is the single most important risk management tool you have. Why? Because this is what keeps you in the game. Its job is incredibly simple. Stop a small, manageable loss from snowballing into a disaster. The moment the price hits your stop level, it triggers an order to sell and gets you out. Let's put some numbers on it. Say you buy a stock at $100. You immediately set your stop loss at 95. Right there, in that moment, you've defined your maximum risk. And this is so powerful because it rips the emotion out of the decision. You're not sitting there hoping it'll bounce back. You have a logical, preset plan to protect your capital. And now for the fun part, actually getting paid. The take profit order is your target. It's basically a limit order that automatically sells your position when it hits a profit level you decided on ahead of time. This thing is a discipline machine. It stops greed from creeping in and letting a great winning trade turn into a loser. And this is where it all comes together. Just look at this. You've got your entry point. You have your defensive shield, the stop loss, and you have your offensive target, the take profit. You know before you even click the button that your maximum risk is $5 and your potential reward is 10. See? This isn't just a random trade anymore. It's a complete, disciplined plan with a clear risk-to-reward ratio. So once you've really got the fundamentals down, you can start combining these tools to create some really slick, automated strategies. This is where your execution starts to get, really sophisticated. So let's look at the stop limit order. It's a really clever two-step process. Remember how a normal stop loss just becomes a market order so it can still get hit with slippage? Well, the stop limit order is designed to solve that by adding a layer of price control to your exit. So here's how it works. First, the stock price drops and hits your stop price. Let's say it's $95. Now, it doesn't sell right away. That price just acts as a trigger. Step 2, it activates a new limit order to sell. You might set that limit at, say, $94.90. That means your order will only fill at $94.90 or better, protecting you from getting a terrible price in a sudden flash crash.
And it doesn't stop there. There are other really powerful tools. A trailing stop, for instance, is like a dynamic stop loss that actually follows a winning trade up, locking in your profits as you go. And then there's the one cancels other order, or OCO. This lets you set your stop loss and your take profit at the exact same time. Whichever one gets hit first, the other one is automatically canceled. It's like full automation for your entire trade plan.
You know, having the right tools is absolutely critical, but true mastery, that comes from the mindset and the discipline you bring to the table. It's not just what tools you use, but how and why you use them. Being an expert at execution is a discipline, plain and simple. It's about doing your homework before you even think about trading. It's about using these orders to manage that fear and greed during the trade. And just as importantly, it's about reviewing your performance after the trade is done so you can learn and get better. Practice in a simulator. Learn how to adapt when markets get crazy. Because here's the bottom line. The tools don't make the master. The disciplined application of those tools does. And really, this quote just says it all. Your analysis, your charts, your data, all of that is just theory until you can execute it effectively in the live market. These order types, they are the bridge between your ideas and your results. So there you have it. We've covered the what and the why, from the most basic market order all the way up to some really cool automated strategies. The crucial thing now is application. You have the knowledge, you have the tools, so the only question left is, how will you practice, plan, and execute to truly master them?